Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into the latest source material on Maui car rental prices.
That's right.
Our mission, pinpoint the signs, the indicators that show this, well, pretty huge market shift that seems to have happened.
Yeah, and it has happened. The shift is uh, uh, definitely complete.
Okay.
Prices have absolutely jumped from low season rates just in the past couple of weeks. We're looking at levels, comparable to the big summer and winter peaks,
So it's not just a little bump, it's full-on high season pricing now.
pretty much.
Okay, so prices are up. But what's the clearest signal, the behavioral shift that tells us this is really high season mode?
It's this complete reversal, a total flip in booking
I
strategy.
hope so.
Well, for most of the year, like since February maybe, booking last minute often got you a better deal, cheaper than booking way ahead.
Right, we saw that pattern.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Completely vanished.
Mm.
Now, if you try to book last minute, you're paying way more, substantially higher than the advance rates. So anyone who waited, say, for a rental starting October 13th thinking they'd snag a deal,
They paid a premium.
big one, probably hundreds more. That really shows you the cost of missing the market turn.
Okay, let's talk about those premiums. They sound painful. We often use the 52-week median price as a benchmark, right? The sort of
Right.
statistical middle ground.
Exactly. It helps measure that real inflation against the norm for the year.
So how far above that normal are we seeing prices now?
It's pretty staggering in some categories.
Hmm.
Using that median as our baseline, the biggest jump, 7-seat SUVs.
Great.
They're running, get this, 149% over their median price for the last year.
Wow, almost 2.5 times the median.
Yep. And regular SUVs are right behind, 146% over. So yeah, both basically more than double their typical yearly cost. Convertibles are up there too, about 91% over.
Yeah, significant. The sources did mention one exception, though, minivans,
Yeah.
showing a small discount.
Right, about 5% below the median. But you have to be careful with that number.
Why is that?
That particular median price was actually skewed really high. There was that big summer shortage, remember? A recall issue.
Ah, right, less availability pushed the average up.
Exactly. So that 5% discount now, it doesn't really mean demand is low. It just means supply is kind of back to normal for minivans, while everything else is just, well, soaring.
Got it. So baseline for minivans, sky high for SUVs. What about looking year over year? The sources mentioned a kind of two-tiered structure compared to last October.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like the market's splitting,
Into what? Basic cars and everything else?
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Economy car prices, they're actually pretty similar to what they were in October 2024.
Okay, stable there.
But then you look at the bigger stuff, the specials vehicles, convertibles, SUVs, those big seven-seaters.
Big jumps.
More than double what they cost just 52 weeks ago, that 7-seat SUV category. Up 157% compared to last year.
Whoa.
So yeah, the market is really hitting hard if you need space or, something a bit fancier than basic transport.
Okay, so prices are through the roof, especially for larger vehicles. Normally, people try to save money by renting off airport, right? Avoid those extra fees and taxes.
That's the conventional wisdom, yeah.
Is that still working when demand is this high and prices are this inflated?
Well, it's complicated. That wisdom is kind of breaking down for certain types of cars.
Okay.
It still works for the smaller stuff. Economy cars are, on average, about 20% cheaper off airport over the long term. Minivans, around 30% cheaper off airport. So savings there.
But, there's a but.
There's a big but.
Yeah.
For the vehicles people really seem to want right now, Jeeps, convertibles,
Yeah.
the off-airport price is actually higher, about 14% higher than renting right at the airport.
Higher off airport, that seems counterintuitive.
It does. And it gets even more extreme for the big SUVs, those 7-seaters. The off-airport cost is a shocking 44% higher than getting it at OGG.
44% higher off airport? Why? Just lack of supply.
That seems to be the main driver. The off-airport spots just don't have enough of those high-demand vehicles, so the few they have are priced incredibly high, or they just don't have them at all. It forces people back to the airport counters.
So the usual saving strategy is completely flipped on its head for SUVs and Jeeps right now? Fascinating. Looking ahead then, does this volatility suggest things might calm down, or are the reservation systems showing more bumps ahead?
The forecast is definitely leaning towards more bumps. The systems are predicting what they call a potential roller coaster pattern.
Roller coaster, meaning?
Unpredictable surges and drops.
Yeah.
Prices could shoot up one week, maybe dip the next, all through the fall. It's pretty consistent with the pattern we saw last year, actually.
But very different from before, say, 2018.
Oh, completely. Historically, you'd see prices rise for the season and then kind of stay steadily high. This up and down volatility is relatively new.
Interesting. And just as a bit of context, the source mentioned Maui's overall position in Hawaii. It's currently the fourth cheapest airport for rentals.
Yeah, as of October 6th, OGG was at about $268 a week average, which sounds okay, but it is unusual.
How so?
Maui was consistently the cheapest, or maybe second cheapest, airport in Hawaii for something like 27 weeks straight before this recent period.
So it being fourth now just underlines that these price hikes and this volatility aren't just a Maui thing, it's broader.
Exactly. It suggests the pressure is pretty widespread across the islands at the moment.
Okay, so let's recap. The shift to high season, definitely confirmed. We see it in the peak prices and crucially in that reversal where last-minute bookings now cost more.
The data is clear on that.
But with these really extreme premiums over the median and this new pattern of, well, volatility, this roller coaster you mentioned, it leaves us with a question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
Is this chaotic up and down pricing, this fall roller coaster, becoming the new standard for popular spots like Maui? Or is this just a kind of temporary blip, maybe a short-lived anomaly before we hit that big, inevitable Christmas surge? Something to think about.